Hi friends, welcome to our another episode of Bytes and Banter. Today I have a very special guest and my friend Sanjay Ranjhani. He is a true professional IT leader since last 25 years and he has been awarded with so many awards in the IT industries like CIO Choice, CIO 100 and many more. He have been awarded with this not only nationally but also internationally. Welcome to the show. Welcome, sir. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for inviting.
Thank you. This gift. Thank you very much for the gift.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Welcome, Sanjay, to our show. Sanjay, as I told you, this show is not about any technology discussion, not to discuss anything about technological part. So I want to understand from you that how is your journey started for this spiritual journey you have taken for yourself?
At the outset, Pratapji, thank you very much for having me here. It's always a pleasure to connect with peers and share the learnings. So, my professional journey has been typically a roller coaster ride with its fair share of high and lows. During my initial phase of IT career, I was typically a workaholic, working for more than 14 hours in a day, primarily to ensure that the lights for the organization are always on. As you know, at that time, everything was on premise. We didn't had the convenience of cloud. We didn't had the privilege of having a Shakti cloud.
Yeah.
So the primary objective was to keep the lights on. I was working 14 plus hours in a day. Of course, had achieved a lot of material success. But still, in this journey, I was feeling quite restless, was quite unfulfilling. So during this time, I discovered the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. I was fortunate enough to be guided by my mentor on the principles of Bhagavad Gita. Since then, these principles of Bhagavad Gita, yoga, karma yoga, devotional practice, surrender, all this have resonated with me very, very deeply. And they have been a part of my daily life. So that's how I have been introduced to Bhagavad Gita and it is a part of my daily life.
Great. So, Sanjay, I understand our day-to-day life is very hectic. No, it is full with the challenges every day. So, how do you actually keep the balance of work-life balance, and how the spirituality you have taken is getting help in your life to come over, or you can say that you are facing it in a better way. How you are facing it?
Yeah, so it's a very good question, Pratapji. So I will answer it from a Bhagavad Gita perspective. So Bhagavad Gita basically gives us insights how to manage our time and mental energy very wisely. So in our daily routine, we are all bogged down with a lot of workloads, there's a lot of work pressure. So Bhagavad Gita basically teaches us to basically keep small things small. So it is said that life determines our problems, but it is we who determine the size of the problems. So, Pratapji, let's say, you have multiple problems. So you have to identify which require minimal attention, which requires more energy. So you have to keep small things small. Yeah. So, with insights from Bhagavad Gita, you can practice this in your daily routine and maintain a very good work-life balance, as well as keep your life stress-free and getting more spiritual.
Yeah. So can you explain more about that, how actually you bring it to your day-to-day life? Because day-to-day life is full of challenge, full of potentials, a lot of things in life. How do you bring it the Bhagavad Gita, the spirituality? Because the spirituality topic is a very personal to a person. No, it is something not given in a broader way. So how do you actually practice it? Can you please explain it in more detail?
Yeah. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have to go to your workplace, or let's say you have to go to an important meeting, you have an appointment, and suddenly you find yourself stuck up in a traffic jam. So obviously it is common that you will get highly irritated. You get so much irritated that when you reach your workplace or the place of the meeting, your mental energy suddenly starts drained out. Mental energy completely drains out. So in that case, you're not able to deliver. You're not able to do justice to your workload. It is more of inconvenience, less of irritation. So you have to keep small things small. This is how, as I said earlier, life determines your problems, but you determine the size of the problem. So you keep the problem small and overcome it.
Correct. Yeah. So when you started in your earlier days, as you said that now you started off your day-to-day life, and when you had a tough situation kind of thing, was it really difficult to adapt the principles of Bhagavad Gita, or how it is actually? What is your experience in that?
Yeah. So if you follow the principles of Bhagavad Gita in daily life, it becomes a routine. It is initially, obviously, when you learn something new, to practice it, it takes some amount of time. But with a great philosophical understanding, with the goals, with your objectives, it becomes a part and parcel of your daily life. So it has to be, initially you have to have some discipline, but later on it becomes a part of daily life.
So Sanjay, Bhagavad Gita is a profound spiritual text that has illuminated and inspired millions of people across the globe. Can you share something about key leadership which actually helped you in your professional life?
Sure, Pratap ji. So Bhagavad Gita is essentially a timeless wisdom. Bhagavad Gita was relevant in our yesteryears. Bhagavad Gita is very much relevant today, and Bhagavad Gita will be highly relevant in the future years too. So Bhagavad Gita is universally renowned as the crown jewel of Indian spiritual wisdom. So today, Bhagavad Gita principles are more relevant, including in the corporate landscape. So essentially, Bhagavad Gita inspires leaders to have a higher vision, to have a bigger picture. So investing in Bhagavad Gita essentially protects the leaders from being stuck as managers. So managers ensure that the things are done rightly, but a leader ensures that the right things are done.
Right.
A manager would ensure that the team climbs up the ladder properly. However, a leader ensures that the ladder is leaned against the right wall. So Bhagavad Gita wisdom inspires the leader to have a better vision, have a bigger picture.
Yeah.
So there are many lessons from Bhagavad Gita for leaders.
Yeah.
So I would essentially stick to 3 principles which I believe would have a strong impact on the leadership.
Okay.
So first principle I would state is assume accountability. The Sanskrit word karma today has gained mainstream acceptance. It's in fact even available, or it's also there in the English dictionary. So essentially, karma means, or the karma principle means that for every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
So in the biblical tradition also, there was a saying which says, as you sow, so shall you reap. So a fair understanding of the karma principle would urge the leaders to take the right decisions for which they will be accountable to the society at large. Today, as you see in the society, there's a large scale loss of ethics. There's a large scale corruption, whether it's in the political landscape or in corporate landscape. In the society today, there's a large scale deterioration of ethics. To name a few incorporate, the story of Enron, global company Enron, and Satyam as well. So, investing in Bhagavad Gita essentially protects the leader from taking wrong decisions. The readers are inspired to take the right decisions which are good for the society, full of ethics, integrity, honesty, and humility. So, assume accountability is a very, very important principle which leaders and everybody has to follow. The second principle I would say is mind the mind. Interestingly, the mind is a storehouse of a lot of past, pleasant and unpleasant experiences.
Yeah.
So over the period of time, this experiences create some patterns or impressions on the mind. So what happens is this mind becomes conditioned with these patterns. The conditioned mind has a default script. Essentially, what this conditioned mind does is that it will imagine problems when the problems are not there. Sometimes it will exaggerate problems which are insurmountable to attend. So mind can be your best friend, or mind can be your worst enemy. So Bhagavad Gita says that you have to use intelligence to mind the mind, or you have to use intelligence to control the mind and refocus the mind towards positivity.
Yeah.
So you'll see in practical life, the leaders always have a great vision to do a lot of good in the society. However, many times the leader's vision gets choked up with negative thought processes like inertia. This task is too big for me to do, or they may have a negative thought which is fear or paranoia that people will oppose me, or possibly they could also have cynicism in their thought process. Things will, no matter how much I strive, things will not improve.
Correct.
So these are all basically the mind game.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Bhagavad Gita in chapters, Lord Krishna in chapter 6 clearly states that use intelligence to restrain the mind.
Yeah.
So you have to restrain the mind so that mind doesn't give you this negative thought processes, and you are able to actualize your vision or your goal.
Correct. So mind is your storage area, but you have to retrieve the right information at the right time, which is very important for you, right? To take right decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So basically, over a period of time, the mind gets conditioned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have to use your intelligence and overcome the inhibitions, and then you will aspire towards your vision.
Mind is the biggest AI algorithm it has inbuilt inside. So
Yes.
God has gifted that. And I rightly said that no, there is no second to the Bhagavad Gita leadership, what Lord Krishna has said, or what actually he has narrated in the battlefield. I think it is a lesson for us from the yugas from today.
The third principle is words shaped world. Watch your words. So leaders have to have a very effective communication when talking to their team, talking to their people to actualize their mission. We have seen across history, leaders, revolutionaries, pioneers, they have always used effective communication to motivate their team to meet their mission. So Bhagavad Gita clearly tells leaders to have effective communication. We should use words that connect and not alienate. The words should act as windows and not as walls. So as windows, the words give a clear understanding to the people, to the team, so that they rally around the leader. Whereas the words that are used as walls block their vision, and the people are confused and may not support the leader in achieving his vision. So this is the effective power of communication. So Bhagavad Gita wisdom urges the leaders to have effective communication. Leadership is not essentially just about a position. Leadership is to earn the trust of your team, earn the trust of your people. So if you communicate your vision, your goal clearly to the team, to your people, people will rally around you to such an extent that seemingly impossible tasks also they will make it happen. So this is the power of words. So words shape the worlds. Watch your words. So Pratap ji, these are the three principles which I would summarize. First, as I said, assume accountability. Second is mind the mind. And third is watch your words. So these three principles will urge our leaders to have a better vision and realize their goals for the betterment of the society.
So it is true to understand that how the ancient wisdom of Bhagavad Gita is applied to our modern day-to-day life in our principles and leadership qualities, everything there. Do you have any last thought to our viewers saying that what is they should do or they should adapt to?
Yeah. So I would urge all the viewers to explore the principles of Bhagavad Gita, imbibe the Bhagavad Gita in their daily lives. This is a journey worth embarking on, as it will not only benefit your current workplace, it will also benefit all walks of life.
Yeah. So Sanjay, we have reached to our rapid fire section. Ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I'll start from here. What is your favorite quote from the Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, there are 700 slokas or verses in Bhagavad Gita. My favorite is 66th verse of the 18th chapter, 18.66. So it says, Sarva dharma paritagya mam ekam sharanam vaja aham tvam sarva pape bhyo mokshai sami ma sucha.
Yeah. Abandon all varieties of dharmas and simply surrender to me.
Right.
I shall liberate you from all final reactions to the stress, right? Great. Okay. Great. What is your go-to stress booster?
I would say pranayam or breathing exercise.
Great. What are the most adventurous things you have done ever?
Parasailing.
Really? When you did it?
In Goa.
Wow. One word that best describes your leadership style.
Obviously, servant leadership.
Great. What is your favorite app on your mobile app?
Google Maps, which allows you to reach your destination in time.
Great. What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Stay hungry.
Wow. Great. And the last, what's one thing you can't start your day without?
Meditation.
Great. I was expecting it. Thank you very much for your questions, for your answers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Sanjay, I understand that leadership is not about guiding others, but also the guiding yourself to the leadership qualities and the wisdom of yourself. That is something very interesting to understand today from you. Thank you very much, Sanjay, for coming to our show and guiding us through the Bhagavad Gita and how the actually true leadership is actually started from the ancient days and it is applied to our modern days today, even whatever situation we may be, but it is applied today. Thank you very much for insightful things. And viewers, keep on watching us, our Bytes and Banters, getting interesting every day, every episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you.